Wow, what a cool little package. 45 ACP and an officer's 1911 frame. The Rock Island Armory 1911 Compact Tactical 45 ACP. This is a great little gun, and for the money, this has a ton of features to this little baby. It is an all-steel frame. Of course, you can see that it's Parkerized. One of the things about Rock Island Armory is they are making more 1911s than any other company in the world, and they are really putting out some quality products for the money. This is actually from a buddy of mine, Skinny Medic, and he let me borrow this gun for the review. And so he saw my 22 TCM Rock Island Armory review and said, hey man, let me show you this new pistol I've got. So we're going to look at some of the features of this little fine, compact, semi-automatic 1911 and 45 ACP. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and check to make sure the gun is unloaded, and it is. You know, it has a surprisingly fine Parkerized finish. I'm not a huge Parkerized finished fan, but Parkerization is really great for the elements. In fact, it was developed by the Navy for salt water and keeping the corrosion down. It'll keep rust down. And so this was really perfected around World War II, and this is a great finish to have on your firearms. No, it's not a really fine blue, but to be honest with you, most of your guns nowadays are not a really fine blue. A lot of them have a polycoat finish, or, of course, we have the Cerakote and Duracoat, and then your regular bluing. And Rock Island Armory has done a fine job. In fact, I've looked over this pistol quite a bit, and the finish is really nice. Right here, of course, on the side is the big Armscore symbol, and then you have Rock Island Armory. This is laser etched into the slide, really nice and crisp. Of course, it has really nice little walnut panels, and they're smooth. And to be honest with you, it's a really good contrast between the two. It does have a really nice beaver tail. And if you've ever shot a lot of 1911s, this really makes a difference in getting your grip up high. And of course, you have a commander style hammer. You really need a beaver tail to be able to accept that. Of course, this is a skeletonized, it's elongated. The beaver tail itself has a nice memory notch here. So when you grab it, you begin to know exactly where your hand is on the grip. We also have a skeletonized trigger, a nice flat plastic mainspring housing with serrations. On the front of the strap here, we do have serrations here, which makes that a nice touch. I know some of the other models are smooth on the front, and so this has a little bit of just a gripping surface here. Now the sights themselves are Novak style sights. You can adjust them. They're both dovetailed into the slide, so you can adjust for windage. They are completely black. In fact, you're going to get a silhouette picture. It's not a 3-dot sight. This is, though, a low snag set of sights, even though they're uplifted above the slide a little bit, which makes it really great for shooting targets. It is fairly snag resistant. The mag well itself has a nice bevel. This is done at the factory. Makes it easy to slide in your magazines. Of course, this is an ACT mag. This is a really exceptionally nice mag. Of course, it has a really nice polished bluing and has a really slick surface. So you're going to be able to get that magazine in and out. Has a nice buffer pad right here at the bottom. It just comes with one mag, and this is a 7-round magazine. Of course, any 1911 magazine will fit in this. Some of them will stick out a little bit. Standard serrations on the slide, and then you have a standard size safety here and your slide release, which I like that, especially if you're carrying concealed. You want to keep this down. A good safety like this, it's really positive, and you don't really need that big old paddle safety. It isn't ambidextrous on this model, which is typical for most of your 1911s. Now the barrel length itself is 3.5 inches, so this does make a really nice concealed carry piece. One of the only things I would recommend is that it is an all-steel frame, and so it is a little bit weighty. In fact, it weighs 2.16 pounds, so just under 2.25 pounds, and the total length of the pistol is 7.31 inches, which is just over 7.25 inches, and it's 5.12 inches in height. The Rock Island Armory Compact Tactical 45, it's a small package, but it has a lot of power. The recoil is not that bad. For a small 45, this thing holds up well. It is an all-steel frame, which probably helps, but it really lets you get back to your target quickly. We're going to break this pistol down. There's a little bit of a trick to it, and I want to show you the barrel and the guide rod system as well. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and bring back your slide, get it in your slide stop. And then if you'll notice, of course you can see that this is a stainless steel guide rod. There is a hole, and it will accept a paper clip. This is really easy to do. Just take a paper clip and straighten it out, and then you want to get it in that hole. Now get it down to your notch here where you can pull out your slide release, and then go ahead and just remove the slide from the frame. And this has a reverse guide rod plug. Typically on 1911s there'll be a plug fitting on this side. This is the reverse. Go ahead and pull this out. And what this does, it keeps the plug pulled back so you're able to pull this out. If you don't do this, it is impossible to get your guide rod out of this area right here and to remove your barrel. Then you go ahead and remove your barrel and it pulls out straight forward. And you can see the barrel configuration here. Okay, this allows for no barrel bushing because the barrel flanges out and it gives you good accuracy. Full stainless steel guide rod, nice spring to it. Really, the recoil on this gun belies the size of the gun, especially in 45 ACP. You can remove this and go ahead and pull your spring and your plug out to be able to clean. But it is quite a job to pull this back, and then you want to put this in before you install. I don't know how good you can see the inside of this frame, but it's really well finished, as much as many of the pistols that the 1911s that I've had over the years. I believe the Rock Island Armory is really doing a really good job on their 1911s. To reassemble, go ahead and just put your barrel back through the front. You'll want to take note for this little barrel length, because that's where you're going to put your slide stop back through. Go ahead and insert your recoil guide rod. You can go ahead and get your recoil spring set in this place, and that way you can pull your barrel link. Up front, that's where you're going to put your slide stop through that barrel link. And then once you insert your slide stop, go ahead and bring it back to here so you can remove the paper clip. Release your slide, check for function, you're good to go. Now, as far as price-wise goes, it looks like they're running between $4.99 and $5.39, just from some of the sources that I looked on. I looked on Bud's Gun Shop, and they were out of stock. I know that there are a number of different dealers that handle Rock Island Armory because it is a really nice gun for the money. So you can check around online or check with your local gun shop. But I'll tell you, we spent quite a bit of time out at the range the other day shooting, and then I spent some time on my own just really getting to know this little pistol. And it is an excellent shooting gun. And I think this would also be nice in 9mm. Check out Rock Island Armory, the 1911 Tactical Compact. And for all the features you're getting, I think you're going to be very happy with this little pistol. And I want to thank Skinny Medic for coming over and shooting some with me and letting me take this gun for review. It's always nice to have friends that have guns that are willing to let you try them out and show you guys a lot of the things that are out here on the market.
I was like, yeah, you can do a review on it. I hadn't shot it yet. I got to be the first one to pull the trigger on it.
What'd you pay for that one?
$400?
Nuh-uh.
Stole it.
Oh my good, like brand new?
It's used supposedly. So yeah, I mean, but you can. There's no wear in it.
Yeah, that thing looks like brand new, no kidding. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. Deuce is wild. Be strong. I was like,
I'm not gonna get your camera.
this is a $900 camera.
I would love that. That'd be the funniest thing. I'd roll the floor laughing. That thing went poof.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't. You'd see a big freak out.
I'd be running to the truck. Don's pissed.
Ooh, baby.